Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Telling you, I look forward to Tuesdays almost every week. I really enjoy spending some time with you guys. Hey, Josh, how are you? Okay, so we'll get the logistics out of the way first. So, hi, I'm Kim from Kim's Side Money Plans. Welcome. I am here every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. If not catching the replay, I am a multi-epper that does Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub, and I give you guys my daily grind and hustle and all the fun stuff. I always say give you the good, the bad, and kind of everything else in between. So if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today. Also, everybody take a moment and give this live a thumbs up. And now that that's out of the way, good evening, everybody. So, hi, Josh. Hey, Kelly. How are you? Hey, Thomas. Oh, hey, Kimberly. How are you? Hey, Kevin. Hey, Abby. How are you? Hi, truth be told. I'm telling you, we have some of like the best drivers that come here every single week, and I'm so excited. Hey, Steve. How are you? I'm just so excited to continue to do lives every Tuesday. So, tonight, the topic of today actually came from yesterday. So yesterday and even today, it was I think like in the 60s yesterday. Today, it almost got to the 70s here, and I literally had like the case of like spring fever, and it kind of got me thinking. My day yesterday kind of evolved around my spring fever, and a couple things with my mindset going into spring. And you guys all get these days. I know you guys do because I know I did yesterday. Is how do you stay motivated when the beautiful weather is coming? And then how do you take advantage of the beautiful weather? And then finally, how do you change from kind of like your weekend mode to your weekday mode? Because, hey, Lisa, how are you? Hey, Pam, how are you? Thank you. Yes, I reached 3,000 this week. So thank you guys for all your continued support. And I am truly blessed and humbled by each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much. Um, so yeah, I literally just had like the biggest case of spring fever yesterday, and I'm like, okay, how do I stay motivated? How do I keep going? And yesterday, I think I know, Josh, it did snow on Saturday, and like the air conditioner was on today in the car too. It's crazy. Like I mean, granted, we didn't get a lot of snow on Saturday, at least over here. It was like a dusting. It started, they were supposed to say on Saturday, it was supposed to be like 1 to 3 inches for us. And then, like, it kind of kept getting delayed and delayed. Maybe, Josh, it was delayed with you in Pennsylvania. I don't know. But I feel like it was delayed. And then it didn't like start until like 5 o'clock at night. So it was, hey, Rosemary, how are you? Hi, Kiyoki, how are you? Um, I it was just a wacky Saturday. It literally went from pouring rain in the morning, and then it kind of stopped, and then it went into it's right here. Truth be told, it's right here. I'm good to go. And then it went into like snow, and it was cold, and it got into like the 20s. I'm like, why am I so freaking cold? I'm like, oh yeah, it's the 20s. The weather, we'll talk about the weather, but I feel like it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. But the other day, yeah. Um, oh, sorry, Kiyoki. Well, hopefully we can cheer you up tonight and we can get you into good spirits. I feel like we always have some fun times on Tuesday, so here we're going to cheer you up tonight. So yeah, so yes, Thomas, Dr. Pepper, have to have to have my fix for the night. So I, you know, the way I kind of combated it yesterday, I did it a couple things. Is I didn't put any pressures on myself yesterday, and you guys know me by now, and if you don't know me by now, like I am a goal driven, like I need to go out, I need to make money, like. But yesterday it was like, you know what, I'm not setting, like I'm not putting any pressure on myself. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm doing. If I take orders, I take orders. Yes, I'm still out here to make money, and I'm still out here to hustle, but you know what, today's a day that I am not going to put any pressures on myself whatsoever. And it kind of went hand in hand with how do I take advantage of the beautiful day that was out there. So I literally kind of yesterday came and went as I pleased. You know, if I wanted to go to the park, I paused DoorDash, I turned off Uber Eats, I turned off Grubhub, and I went to the park. Hey, Slavic, how are you? And I went to the park. There was a time that I went and I grabbed lunch, and I went to the park and had lunch. I felt like whenever I worked, and I went at it hard when I worked. But whenever I wanted to enjoy the day, I stopped and enjoyed the day. So I feel like yesterday, my day was like up and down, but it was my way of figuring out how do I enjoy the beautiful weather, but how do I keep working and actually really still stay motivated. And with that being said, also like Mondays for me are okay, you're in weekend mode, and it was hi Uber Eats, how are you? My bunghole, that's actually funny. Hi. Yes, downtime is really, it is important. I feel like it was a good mental day for me yesterday, and I think it was just because I didn't put pressure on myself. I took time for myself when I wanted to take time for myself, and you know what? I worked hard, and I went at it. And I think it was like they're really finding yesterday the good balance of working versus enjoying the day itself. And that's kind of, how this Fud Soda, you are not a loser whatsoever. You're such a winner. You're a winner, Fud Soda. Um, yes, Lisa, yes, we all got that fantastic email today about gases, but yeah, it should be interesting to kind of see forward with DoorDash and how they're really implementing that email. But um, so on top of that, it was Monday, and I don't know about you guys. Like I guess it's like a mindset of mine. Like I not that I struggle. I think that's the wrong word to use. I don't even want to say a mental block either. Um, you did I during the weekends, you're going, taking orders. It's like one after another, and like you're in like weekend hustle mode. And then like yesterday came around, it was a beautiful sunny day, and you had to switch from weekend mode to weekday mode. And I feel like there was just a lot going on with everything between like switching and then also going into weekday mode. And it was just, to me, it's a completely different mindset. And it's really how you change your mindset going into the week. And Monday starts our week. And to me, I feel like I always need to kick Mondays off with like some kind of oomph just to get my week started. Because then on Tuesdays, I usually take Tuesdays off. So to me, it's just a different, okay, how do I switch from going from weekend mode and going to switching to weekday mode on Monday, and it's a gorgeous day outside. And that's where oh a lot of like my stuff in spring fever came from yesterday. So literally yesterday, I really thought and I really felt, I'm like, you know what? Today is a day of enjoying, still making money, but enjoying the day the best I can. And you know what? When I'm working, and that's the thing, like when I did go on work and I did I did work the hours I did. I literally gave it my all when I was out there. That way I knew when I was taking the time for myself and being in a park, like I didn't feel guilty at all. And I had no reservations about taking the time for myself. But Soda, you said your main app is down and I don't have Uber. DoorDash is DoorDash down? Is that what, or is Instacart down? What's down right now? I'm just curious because I didn't work today. Oh, you'll be fine, Bud Soda. Oh, it's Instacart. I don't think I can help you much with Instacart, but uh, hang in there, Bud. You'll be fine. A lot of times with these apps, I feel like like whenever an app goes down, we're like, man, why do you have to go down at like the wrong time? And then like sometimes it takes hours, sometimes it takes hours. Oh, DoorDash is down right now. Oh, that stinks. It hasn't been down in a while. Not that it makes it right. It doesn't. It doesn't make it right whatsoever. But oh, that's really annoying. Um, but anyway, so that is how I really combated spring fever yesterday. And you know what? It's just the beginning. Like I just feel like when you're coming out of like winter and you're going into spring and you get like those very first like few days and oh yeah, you're like, oh, spring is here. But then like you get that wake up call. Oh, Kelly, you said it was due to a crash. Oof. Spark is down too. So even if I was in the cause, oh man, there's some stuff going on right now in our gig world. And Thomas, so true. Better be down on Tuesday than the weekend. I think we'd be all like losing our minds if it was the weekend. Not that weekdays make it any better because we're all out there hustling and making our money. Ugh. Okay, well, hopefully I keep you guys entertained and keep your minds off DoorDash being down right now. Oh, that stinks. So frustrating when that happens. But you know what? I think that's one of the best things about why we multi app. It's literally when one goes down, yeah, you go on, you're like, ah, Slavic, that is so incredibly. Oh, that's so incredibly nice of you. I'm going to read this. So, Slavic, you said, I bless your family. I bless your work. I bless your spiritual life. I bless your finances and all of your projects. That is so incredibly nice of you. Thank you so very much. So, Instacart has no available batches. Oh, I don't, oh. Okay, bud, hang in there. Yeah, hang in there. You got this. Hang in there. Hopefully, I'll keep your mind off things and we can get you. Hopefully by the time maybe this live stream is down, maybe we can think positive thoughts. Maybe by the time this live stream is over, like you can literally go back out and DoorDash will be working and you're not gonna miss a beat. And I'll read the first message. Did I miss the first message? I'm sorry, Slavic. Oh, message to all today. Oh, sorry, Slavic. I totally missed this. Today is the day of blessings. I bless you. I bless your heart. I bless your life. I bless your health. And I bless your house. Aw, I bless your family. I bless your work. I bless your spiritual life. I bless your finances and all your projects. That is so incredibly special. Thank you so much for that message. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. That like literally made my day. Thank you so much for those very kind blessings. I really appreciate it. So Eric, you said I got a Grubhub payout today, gas payout. It was $17. I only got 14 hours a week. I didn't even look. I guess because it's my day off, I didn't even pull up any of the apps today, so I didn't even see if there was an adjustment on Grubhub. That's actually really awesome that it's actually out there. Hey, Driven Dad, how are you? So that's kind of what I did this week going into it. But you know what? The weather, it's gonna get better and better. But I feel like the spring is like that mixed bag of like weather. Josh, you said the other day, it's uh, it snows one day and it's freezing cold, and the next day, and then it goes right into like 60s and 70s. Unless you're in a climate like Florida or any one of those states that actually you have warm weather, you already had warm weather and it's already in the 80s, and we're all envious of you right now. But what do they say? April showers bring May flowers. So, April, we're probably going to be seeing we're going to be seeing lots of rain coming, but I don't mind. I don't mind bad weather as long as it's not dangerous conditions out there. I make some of my best days in bad weather. So all I gotta say is, like, bring it on, bring it on. Oh, but yeah, you got a Grubhub order. Okay, go. So spring is sprung. Spring is sprung, and we're here. And the other day, I will say, I was having, well, especially like last night, because the day was in the 60s, and then I don't want to say it because I have my Alexa right here, but I asked her what my temperature. Hey Monique, how are you? Hey Brian, how are you? Brian V, how are you? Um, I asked her. I'm saying this really loud because if I say her name, like, it'll like literally do it, because she's literally like, it's sitting right next to me. But I said, "What's the weather?" And it was like, "Well, tonight it's going down to 30 degrees." I'm like, "Oh, okay, winter weather, winter coat comes." But like, I really have a hard time really going back and forth. Do you wear a lighter jacket? Do you wear a different jacket? Like, what's the mix? What's the good mix? Usually around this time, I keep like a lightweight jacket and a winter jacket in my car, just because you never know when it does. And Irene, you said, I'm so happy about the time change because it really does make a difference. It so makes a difference. And I was going to talk about that in. And no, Brian B, I did not work today. I usually take Tuesdays off, but the time change really doesn't make a difference. I will say, like, sleeping wise, like, I feel like this time change for some reason like kicked my butt this time. I feel like I just I can't catch up on sleep. But yeah, I was actually watching the news today. Oh, good, Lisa. It's supposed to be wonderful in the area this week. I hope everybody's has good weather days coming up. Um, Daylight savings. So I was watching the news, and this should be interesting. I feel like we go through this every year, so I don't like want to hold my hopes up like too high. But today, the Senate passed the bill to get rid of daylight savings in 2023. It still has to go through the House of Representatives and has to be obviously signed by the president. But I was just excited. I'm like, oh, that would be so awesome if we can keep this daylight like all year round. Oh, that would be absolutely like fantastic. And in the delivery world, I feel like that's like, there's nothing worse than, I hate to say, we have to do what we have to do, but man, going up to those houses and there's no lights on, like I showed you guys, like I literally had that creepy house last week, or is it over the weekend, that, oh, it was so creepy. Like, there was no lights on outside. There was no lights on in the house. Like, it felt like I don't know. I'm like, this is not probably the most like safe thing for a delivery driver to do. Thank God I had like my hat with the light on, and I was like navigating through their house. But customers, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, please leave your lights on for your drivers. It makes our lives so much more easier. I feel like it is like that. If that's like the one thing like I could preach to customers, there are a lot of things I would want to preach to customers, but if I can preach like just a couple of things, like I that would be one of them. It's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, driving, especially driving at night. And I just feel like it's just so rude. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, right, Ryan. You were creeped out too, right? Like, I'm like, and she was never heard from ever again. Like, that's what it kind of felt like. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much. Congratulations on that 3K. Well deserved for your hard work you do for us. Thank you so much. It has been a journey, and I'm going to keep on going, but thank you so much. And if you weren't here in the beginning, I'll say this again. I am so humbled and blessed by each and every one of you guys, and I am just so thankful and so grateful for, and like I said, I feel like I said it again, but blessed for each and every one of you guys. And thank you so much for supporting me and this channel. And we're gonna keep on going. Brian V? Do you have a website? I do not have a website. I don't know, maybe someday, but as of right now, I do not have a website. Josh B, I told a customer the other week he was the first person in my year of doing this that had his lights on at night. It's, you know, I go through like spurts, like I go through like really good nights where there's like lights on in every single house, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God, thank God, you left the lights on me. Thank you so much. And then I go through like periods of time where it's like house after house after house, and it's like no lights, no lights, no lights. And I'm like, can you just leave the lights on? And you wonder why your food doesn't get to your door if it's the wrong address. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, I feel like I can go on for like an hour just on customers. No, Ryan, I did not make 3K. I made 3K subscribers this past week. Um, but I feel like I can go on about customers not leaving their lights on. And yeah, I think there was somebody who actually asked me last week, and I will, I'll elaborate on it. They had asked me, um, how do I deal with like apartments, especially at nighttime? And to me, it kind of goes kind of hand in hand with even houses that don't have lights. And I always say, don't waste your time. And I don't care what time of night it's because they're the ones who ordered their meal. I always call the customer if I am unsure. Oh, thank you, Cheyenne. How? Thank you so much. Um, yeah, I forget where I was going. My mind is completely went blank on that one. Apartment complex in difficult areas. Like, I don't waste any time if I'm unsure or if I really can't find the address. First of all, I'm a big advocate of using iPhone maps because I like, and even in Uber Eats maps, it does this. Like, I literally count the houses until I reach the house that I need to be at. But there's a very rare occasion, like I have a very hard time finding something, but I don't waste time. I just call a customer, hey, I'm having a hard time finding your house. What's the color? What does it look like? Is there, am I close? Can you see on your map where I'm at? Like I don't waste time, and I literally I just call a customer because I'm like, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting their time, getting their food to them. And yes, sometimes they do not answer, but that's one of the main things I do at, especially when a house is dark or I'm having a hard time finding an apartment complex. Um, Apartment complexes, I get a lot of questions about apartment complex. I feel like I've been out doing this for over 2 years, almost 3 years now, that I know a lot of my apartment complexes. There are a couple of them that are still like, you didn't put your building number. Why didn't you put your building number? Knowing that there are really complicated areas. And usually, if I really can't find it, I'll call. But some of them are like finding a needle in a haystack. But I've just learned that, Google is your best friend. And Kimberly, it's funny. I think we were reading each other's mind because I was just going to say that if I'm really unsure, I will Google the address and see what the picture is. I do that a lot too with um, I do that a lot with businesses because that's another one of my pet peeves is when you get businesses or someone saying drop it off and just gives you the address and you know that it's on a highway, so you know it's a business, and you're like, why didn't you just put the business name down? So I do Google that, like those addresses too, just so I know what business I'm dropping it off at. But I do that at night too. Diana, you said, hi, Kim, curious, how many deliveries do you average daily? Split shifts, the morning or evening or lunchtime and dinner? I'll say anywhere from 20 to 25, depending on the day, can go up to 30. It just really kind of depends on the day and kind of what's going on. And yeah, Kim, I can't remember. When did you start YouTube again? I started in 2020, I think May of 2020, I believe it was. it took me a year to almost a year to actually I got my 1,000 subscribers last June, I believe it was. So it was a year. I always say YouTube journey isn't always the easiest, but it is definitely rewarding because I get to interact and I get to meet some of the most fantastic people there are out there. And it's an up and down. I would say my first year of YouTube, I felt like it was I always say I feel like it's an unpaid internship. You work so hard and like you're trying to achieve a goal and finally you achieve your goal, and but it doesn't stop there. You have to like literally keep on going. So what happened to, you know what, Kelly? I have to go back to the comment of the day. I will go back to the comment of the day. I honestly, I get going sometimes with my days, and then it's halfway through the day, even evening. I'm like, oh, I forgot the comment of the day, but I will go back to the comment of the day for you guys. Thank you for pointing that out. But most of the times I get through my day, I'm like, darn it, I forgot a comment of the day. And then I just kind of keep going with my video. But if it's something that you guys enjoy, I will definitely go back to doing a comment of the day. What is the earliest that you start working? I feel like it just depends on the day and what I have personally going on. I feel as though like I guess that's the beauty of what we do. Like I feel like it's so up and down with, my personal life and kind of YouTube life and everything else in between. There are days that I can start at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I do because I have something going on in the afternoon, or like I won't start until 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning just because I want to spend time, with my daughter and my family. There are other days, on Wednesdays, if you don't know this, I do a live with UDM and Jaywalk, which is so much fun. So a lot of my times are kind of dictated in what's going on with my life. So some days it's 8 o'clock, some days it's 10 o'clock. Yesterday, I don't think I started until almost 12 o'clock, just because I had spring fever. I didn't. I'll be honest. I wanted to enjoy the day, so I started at 12 o'clock. But I do try to get the. My goal is usually to get the lunchtime shift and the nighttime shift because that's when you get your most amount of money. And then Saturday, because of the weather and there were peak pays and the requests, like I just went at it. I think I started at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I think I broke for like a late lunch dinner, and then I was right back on the road at like 5 o'clock and worked until like 10. So it really was one of like I feel like the schedules, but I try to mainly do a lunch shift and a dinner shift kind of in between. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Diana. I really appreciate it. I really think you can be a life coach as you have an amazing upbeat attitude. Thank you for this. Thank you for the videos. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I try to bring some positivity to everybody and motivate you guys as much as I possibly can. Oh, but soda, yay, it's back. See, maybe like I was like sending like positive vibes to the DoorDash world, and yay, you guys are back up and working. That is awesome. Will you be on the road tomorrow? I will be on the road tomorrow. I only usually take one day off. It's usually a Tuesday or Wednesday. I took off today, so I will be back out on the road tomorrow. Do you work the morning breakfast hours? If I have time, I do. If I feel like it, I do. Is it every day? No. I felt like in my area, like what breakfast time is like hit or miss. There could be really good breakfast times, and there could be times where you can do a breakfast shift and it's like crickets. And I feel like it's sometimes like a waste of time when you do those crickets and you're literally taking orders because obviously I'm still trying to achieve $1 per hour. So to me, in my area, mornings are hit or miss. That's why some mornings I go out, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make money today. And other mornings I'm like, it's okay, I missed the morning. I'm going to make my money in the afternoon and evening. From your videos the other day, so Irene, you said, was the first time I attempted multi shopping. And I have to say it's worth it. I was a little bit stressed out, but I probably made 40% more that day. That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. Anytime anybody, like, let's celebrate the wins. Let's, really celebrate what you guys have achieved. And that's what it's all about. And that is absolutely awesome. I just show you guys what I do. It might work, it might not work, but you know what? I literally bring you guys along with me every single day, just because you know what, this is what I go through. Because if I go through this, you know what, maybe you guys will go through at the same time. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. And you know what, that's how we learn and that's how we grow. But you know what, I don't mind showing you when I make a mistake or take a bad order, or in my opinion a bad order, when I take a good order. Because you know what, we all have different opinions, we all have different ways of doing it. But you know what? That's why I bring you guys along with me. But you know what? The best part is I learn from you guys as well, which is what is awesome. Oh, hey, DoorDash Revolution, how are you? So Brian V said my area reached 60 degrees. Snow could be in the forecast for tomorrow. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry. I think I missed a comment from you guys. Sorry, Thomas and Rideshare Rodeo. I guess you're referring to the radio show that I did with you, Steve. I'm assuming that's what you guys are talking about. But yes, I did the radio show with Rideshare Rodeo, Steve and Jason, and they have, go check out Steve's channel. Just because it was a blast, and he has his own podcast, and I had so much fun doing that radio show that Friday night, and I really appreciate you for doing it and inviting me on. So thank you, Steve. I really appreciate it. Oh, Sarah, thank you so incredibly much. I really appreciate it. Your attention to detail with using these apps is impressive. Oh, Sarah, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Diana, do you usually have a schedule your shifts for the morning shifts? I'm in North Jersey and morning is very slow. If I know I'm working morning, I will schedule the morning shift. I schedule almost everything. My schedule, even though I feel like it's all over the place, it kind of stays the same generally. I'll schedule 10 to like 3 just so have like an afternoon shift, then I'll schedule for 5 to 10. If I wake up in the morning and I think I'm going to go out there early, I'll see what schedules are available. And I'm just very fortunate that it seems as though schedules are always available. So I can wake up in the morning at, like, if I'm going to go to work at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll see if the schedule's available and I'll just readjust the schedule and just start earlier. But I always do schedule a DoorDash schedule. It's just something I've done ever since I've started DoorDash. Very fortunate that I live in an area that during really peak times, it's always usually Dash Now. But I guess I'm just so used to doing a schedule and putting it in there. I figured it never really hurts. So I usually do a schedule. I got a huge Grubhub bag. It's top notch. That's awesome. Grubhub bags, and I know Bud Soda, if you're watching this and you're not in the order, you agree with me. Grubhub bags are like the best bags. Like, their pizza bags are fantastic. Even their regular bags are fantastic. Heavily into. Oh, Steve, thank you so much. Kim, you need to come back on Fridays. Heck yeah, I'll let me know when, and I'll come back. I'll be more than happy to come back. It was so much fun doing it. So just let me know, email me or reach out to me, and I will definitely come back and do it. Yes, Slavic, Steve, yes. You guys all need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So, there are content creators on here that, go check out their channels. Steve, Slavic, Rideshare, Lisa, um, Sarah, Elizabeth is here today. Um, there's so many great content creators. DoorDash Revolution is here today. He's a content creator. I always say, go check out everybody. Like, I feel like I'm subscribed to so many people because I am just a big supporter of everybody. You know, I'm busy, so I might not comment on everybody's video, but I try to watch like so many videos. When I'm driving, I listen to a lot of people's videos. Like, I just really believe in supporting the community and other content creators. So definitely go check out all of their channels because they're all fantastic. And you know what? Let's help everybody grow as well. Lisa, that's so true. It's what I love about different channels. I feel I grow as a gig worker myself. And Anya, I learned so much from so many content creators that are out there. Like nobody does the same thing. Like everybody has a different um everybody has like a different way of presenting themselves or a different mindset, like that you can learn so much from the gig world. Before I even started my YouTube channel and before I even started DoorDash, what did I do? I did my research and I watched YouTube to see, do I want to do DoorDash? Because DoorDash was the first app that I actually signed up for. And I'm like, do I want to do DoorDash? Do I not want to do DoorDash? What is it all about? And I actually learned by watching YouTube videos what to do. And, whenever someone says they're new to DoorDash or new to Uber Eats, like I've been there. I think we've all been there. And, the first time is nerve wracking. I think like my first week, like I like the anxiety of going to someone's house. I'm like, is it the right house? Is it the wrong house? Like, we've all been through it, so we know where you're at. And once you get over the hurdles and get through the learning curve, it can be some of the best things you guys do. But there are so many fantastic content creators out there that can teach everybody so much. So I always say, go subscribe to everybody, go check out everybody, and just be supportive. Mm. Oh, but so the Spark is back. Yay. So it looks like you are back up and working, bud. Is that right? Is everything back up and working? Um, my Grubhub bag is already falling apart. I've only had it 3 months. I've never heard of a Grubhub bag. Is it like the very first one, like the cheap flimsy Grubhub bag, or is it like the one that you get at like 100 deliveries? If it's the one you get at 100 deliveries, that one is like 10 times better than the one that they initially give you. But I have to say, I do love my DoorDash pizza bag as well. It's light, it's not as heavy, and I'm actually really liking the DoorDash pizza bag. Brian, what is your email address? My email address is in the description of all my videos under contact information. So if anybody wants to get a hold of me, you can email me. I'm on Instagram under Kim Side Money Plans. You can message me through Instagram as well. Those are the best ways if you guys ever need something or want to tell me something or need to go hold of somebody. That is, yeah, it seems like the pizza bag mixture is pretty neat. It is really neat. What time is it where you're at right now? It is 8:39 where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm in New Jersey. So it is 8:39 right here, right now. Oh, PJ, thank you so much. I learned so much from you, Sarah, Pedro, Gig Mom, and the list goes on. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, the list does go on because they're all fantastic people and really great content creators. So Valerie, you said I started Uber Eats Sunday, and before that, I watched so many YouTube videos until I felt comfortable. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're watching videos and they're really helpful. Like I said, I feel like we've all been where you're at and where you are. Like I know the first week could be very stressful because you need to learn restaurants and you need to learn your area. Like I didn't when I started, I feel like I didn't even like I knew where I lived, obviously, but you get to know even more of your surrounding areas. But that comes with experience and driving, and you'll get there. So hang in there. I'm happy you joined. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic time because I have so much fun doing this, so hopefully you have just as much fun. It's the orange bag. I don't think I ever had an orange bag. I guess maybe it was before they turned over to the orange. I got the red bags when I signed up for Grubhub. That was a couple of months ago. That's probably about 7-ish, 6-ish months ago. It was before Christmas. I am not on Facebook for Kim Side Money Plans, but no, Instagram and email are probably the best ways. And yes, I do get. Oh, thank you, Steve, for sharing that link. It was okay. Did I ever reach top dasher level? No, I did not. I tried a couple months ago to multi-app and try to go for being a top dasher. And I had different parameters that I set for myself. I went from like I didn't want to take no tip orders, so anything like 275, like those were my parameters. I didn't want to take anything less than $1 per mile. Like I had a whole bunch of parameters that I set for myself, and it was really difficult. I didn't think it was going to be as difficult as it was, and I got like halfway through the month, and I also said that if it was starting to affect my money, I was stopping the process. Hey Jenny, how are you? I was stopping the process of being a top dasher, and I got like probably 3 quarters through the month, and I couldn't get past. I think I got up to like the high 50%. It was close to 60%. And then DoorDash just starts sending me not so good orders. And it felt like every time I almost felt like it was broken. Like every time that I accepted an order, I never saw the percentage go up. But every time I declined an order, I feel like it went down like 5 percentage points. And I'm like, it was affecting the money too much. And I said, unfortunately, I'm stopping the top dasher, road to top dasher, and I never was a top dasher. Have you ever thought about doing rideshare? No, I have. I know I have not done rideshare. Um, Even pre-pandemic, it wasn't something I was really interested in. I really wasn't comfortable having people in my car. But then even COVID hit, and I really didn't feel comfortable having people in my car. So it's just not the right choice for me. But I know people love doing it, like Rodeo does it, the Driven Dad does rideshare, and they're successful at it. So I know people who, love rideshare and are successful at it, but it's just not my cup of tea. Everybody has that orange bag. I don't have that orange bag. I just have the red bag. What is your goal every day? It kind of varies by day, but on average, it's $200 a day. Yeah, every Slavic has, Thomas, you are absolutely correct. Slavic has so much knowledge in the gig world and is fantastic. He has his own channel as well. So take time, go visit Slavic's channel out as well. Extremely knowledgeable. And oh, Slavic, thank you for putting this. It says this upcoming Saturday at 10 p.m. we'll be doing a $25 giveaway on the Cash App PayPal, hoping to see at least 25 people attend the live stream. So go check him out on Saturday. That's awesome, Slavic. I will be there for you. But yeah, go check out Slavic's channel as well. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I hate to say, I think I took the crappy Grubhub bag out of my car once I got the really good ones after the 100 deliveries, and I think it's honestly still sitting in my basement. Oh, that's awesome. Savvy Holly Camp, that's awesome. I just got the Grubhub a month ago and they sent me both nice bags, best bags ever. I'm telling you, I love like the good quality ones are really, really fantastic. Oh, hey, Jackie, how are you? New York, Lisa, in New York City, I only do DoorDash and still couldn't be a top dasher. Yeah, yeah, I applaud everybody who can be a top dasher. It's just I multi app and I cherry pick, and that's the best way for me to continue to make my goals and to continue to make my money. So when I thought it was feasible, that's when I tried to be a top dasher. And I just think with the way that I personally pick orders and multi app, like I just don't think it's feasible for me right now. I will say I'm never going to say never, maybe one day, but as of right now, it's just it's just not in my cards. Yeah, PJ, you know, it's probably, hey, Diane, how are you? It's probably my own hang up. I'm just not comfortable um, doing rideshare, and I'm very open about that. So I don't see myself being comfortable in the future. But even though it was pre-pandemic, I'm like, I don't think it's something that I can personally do. Hey, Kathy, how are you feeling? Oh, Kathy, first of all, I hope you're feeling better. I've been thinking about you on your road to recovery, so hopefully you are recovering and getting better soon. Yes, no, Nugs is in a class all himself. He is hilarious. I love watching all of his videos. And yeah, I so Jackie, you said it too. I just wouldn't want to do rideshare either. It's too scary for me. It is a little on the scary side. I try to be safe as much as I possibly can while I'm out there. And, food delivery is it for me right now. I will say this, you know, if you're sign up for as many apps as you can and that you're comfortable with. Multi-apping is literally the way to go. It's the way to make money out there. I always say it gives you more opportunities, and when things go down and it seems like tonight's case that Spark was down and DoorDash was down, you really don't miss a beat and you kind of keep on going. And I think that's the best thing about multi-apping. And you know what? Like I said, sign up for that never hurts to sign up for as many apps as you possibly can that you're comfortable doing. I know Lisa, you said you joined for up for Walmart Spark and is trying Walmart Spark and it's working for you. I know other of you guys, do Instacart, and there are so many gig apps out there to choose from that can make you successful in what you're doing. So, Valerie, you said, can you give me advice on stacked orders? The first one I got Sunday, I mixed up the orders. My first day, I was so embarrassed. So, first of all, don't be embarrassed. Mistakes happen. It's okay. Just brush it under and just keep moving on. Stacked orders. The one thing I will say about stacked orders is I have to be comfortable with the restaurants that I'm going to, that I have to know that they are really good restaurants as far as wait times. And that they're going to be grab and go, because one restaurant then delays your other customer and it can get a little messy. So I usually choose restaurants that I am very familiar with and I know will be ready, because it makes your life that much easier on a stacked order. Um, if you can look for stacked orders that it's going to the same restaurant, because that also makes your life easier. As far as mixing up the orders, I personally I have two hot bags. Actually, I have more than two hot bags, but I put one order in one hot bag and one order in another hot bag. And before I even leave, I know what order is in what hot bag. So when I get to the customer's house, I literally know what customer goes with what order. And they're different. I hate to, I feel like such a nerd when I say this, but they're color coordinated. So one bag is my Grubhub bag, which is red, and then I also have my Uber Eats bag, which is green. So they're two different colors. So that way, like I associate the customer's name with the color bag. So that way I don't mix up the orders, but make your life easy. As far as stacked orders are concerned, the easier the better. Know your restaurants, and you know what? As some you can make some really good money on stacked orders. I make, you know, I they're probably one of my favorite things to do if you get orders that aren't stressful and aren't giving you that much of a headache. Yeah, Lisa, I knew you were saying that you really liked the Walmart Spark. I'm excited that you actually found something else. Like, to me, you never know until you try. So, you know what? Sign up for it, try it, see whether it works for you. Whether it doesn't work for you, then just don't use the app. But you know you have it in your arsenal. I always say have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, D, E, F. You never know with these gig apps and what's going to happen, and it's always really good to have it. Talking about Walmart Mark Thomas, I'm looking at your comment. It's very lucrative. I don't have Walmart Spark in my area. I'm so disappointed because I something I think I would actually really like because I actually like going to Walmart and it's actually a store that I don't mind shopping in. So I tried looking until there's only four areas in New Jersey Walmart Spark is available, and they're not close to me. One is close to Philly, one is down by like far south in Atlantic City. Forget where the other one is. I don't know. They're far away from me. So I wish Walmart Spark was actually in the area. Oh, Rideshare Revolution. Thanks for the update. DoorDash is updating its app again. I feel like whenever they do like me, this makes me nervous. Like I feel like whenever they do like major updates in the app, that's when the app goes down. So I'm like, oh, is a major update coming that we don't know about? Oh, oh, Jackie, that is so kind of you. Kim, you always give me so much inspiration with your content when I have days I don't feel like going out. I appreciate it so much, and you certainly hustle. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, you guys inspire me. Like I said, the whole entire beginning of this, spring fever. I had it yesterday, but to me, it was okay. How do I change my mindset, and how do I overcome the spring fever going on? And that was my own challenge yesterday. But what I learned yesterday is I don't deny. I feel like it was like ever go on if you maybe you can relate to this, but ever go on a diet and you're eating healthy and you're eating healthy, and the more you deny yourself the foods that you like the harder your diet is. But if you have like that cheat day, like once a week, like it helps your diet process. Like I feel that's what it was yesterday with like spring fever. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna allow myself to go to a park. Like once I like sat back in my car and went, huh, I even walked around the park and I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then I went back to work. Like I didn't deny myself the spring fever I was having, and it actually made a really good day yesterday. So don't deny yourself. It's okay to have those days where, I think we all go through unmotivated times, and to me, it's like a mindset and, resetting your mindset. Or if you need those days, I just had one a week or so ago that, I'm like, I just need a day. I need it. Like, I chose Thursday and I'm like, I'm not working today, and it's okay. It's okay to say I am not working today, and that's what I did. And I encourage anybody, if you're feeling burnt out, if you get to that point, only you know what that point is. Stop, pause, relax, and it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Kimberly, you said I also check the order. It says what restaurant when dropping off. That's a really good thing as well. You definitely, check. I always triple check when I first started. My biggest thing is where the drinks. That was my biggest thing. Like I felt like I was always forgetting the drinks and like the cup holder, because if it's only one drink, you put it in your cup holder, but the food is in. At least I keep mine in the trunk, and I was always like mentally forgetting the drinks. I'm like friggin' drinks, and I've learned to, okay, check the drinks for, like, I put it in my head, check the drinks, check the drinks. Thank God. Thank God. I don't forget drinks. I might every once in a blue moon, but yeah, like that was my biggest thing when I first started. I'm like, it was definitely the drinks. Richard, I think ice cream will keep the gig apps alive in spring and summer. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I actually stay away in the summertime um, from ice cream shops because usually they're show packed. Like at least like I have a Carvel by me, and I literally stay away from them during spring and summer because they allow you to kind of cut the line and go to the side, and then they say, okay, who are you here for? But the dirty looks that you get from the customers, like cutting the line and going around, and to me, ice cream orders, unless it's like an ice cream cake, they're not really big orders. So unless they're going like really short distances, I've learned that ice cream places for me in the summer aren't worth it. At least that's in my area. Thank you, Jackie. Everyone hit the thumbs up. So take time out if you haven't done it already. Go out real quick and give this live a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So Bud Sodi said, I put my DoorDash orders in one bag, Grubhub in another, unless it's all restaurants next door. Then I use my catering bag for all of them. Another really good advice. I feel like everybody has like their own method for math. Like I said, mine's a color coordination thing. Like, okay, Kim's order is in with, oh, PJ, thank you so much. $2 off a gas coupon. Thank you, PJ. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I just coordinate my bags with the name. Okay, Kim's bag is in red, you know, but Soda's bag is in green, and I just keep it in my head that that's where it's going. So, PJ, you recently signed up. Oh, it would be interesting. Let me know how you make out. So, Kimberly said, I want Walmart Spark 2, but I can get a lot of DoorDash deliveries if I drive by Walmart in town. Hey, if I always say do what works best for you. If you're getting good Walmart orders from DoorDash, always do what works best for you. And that's the one thing I can always say. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. You just have to find that right combination. Oh, Lisa, you're on your way home. Go. It's time to relax. Oh, but Soda, you're back. $23 stacked on Grubhub. That's awesome. I say I I have a once again love hate relationship with Grubhub, especially stacked orders. That's another thing with Grubhub. Like, know your if you're doing a stacked order on Grubhub, know your restaurants because they really can mess up with wait times for your first or second customer. It can delay the process. So I do stacked orders if it's like a really good stacked order on Grubhub. Jessica, Kim, Point Pickup does Walmart delivery. Check and see if they are delivering Walmart area. They can pay well in my area. Maybe it's an option for you. I will definitely check it out. Thank you for the advice. I really appreciate it. Oh, okay, really? That's awesome. I didn't deny myself a Chipotle salad today. Ah, gotta love Chipotle. Ah, I haven't had Chipotle now. So the last time we had a conversation about Chipotle, like the very next day, I went to Chipotle and got a Chipotle salad. I'm like, I am getting that salad just because we were all talking about Chipotle. I'm so glad you didn't deny yourself that Chipotle salad, but I haven't had Chipotle since then. And I have, um, in tomorrow's release, I had a Chipotle incident last night that you'll see. And I'm like, why do I keep going back to Chipotle? But I do love their food. Jackie, I'm telling you, the drinks get me. So, like that was like my biggest thing when I very first started. And I would get so mad at myself every single time. I'm like, darn it. There were times I was close enough that I realized it, and I turned around and went back to the customer's house, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. But there are other times I was just so far away and I felt absolutely horrible. I did get a milkshake fud soda not too long ago. It was from a burger. It was from a burger, 30 Burgers. I don't know whether that's like a New Jersey thing or not, but yeah, they're so super nice to me. Um, the manager of the restaurant actually follows the channel. But yeah, I just walked in and he's like, "Hey Kim," I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "You want a free milkshake?" And I'm like, and I hadn't eaten dinner. I hadn't eaten anything. I'm like, "Yes, please." So I said, "Just surprise me. Whatever you want to give me, just surprise me." He gave me an Oreo milkshake, but it was so super nice of him. And I know we have a couple, it looks like from, a couple of the comments, we have a couple of new people just doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. And one thing I can say is make friends with your restaurants. They can really help you and they can really get your orders quicker. And they can be super nice to you. And I can't say enough great things about making those partnerships with your restaurants. Yeah, Richard. I agree. Restaurants need to have a register and sign that says food delivery pickup. I'm telling you, I this Carvel that I go to like didn't have any of that. So the line for it in the summer is usually like out the door and around. And as a driver, like you're skipping through and going through the door and skipping the entire line and going to like the front register area. And I'm telling you, the looks you get, like if looks could kill, like I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just picking up my order. Like I'm usually like explaining myself as I'm going in to calm down their customers because they are not happy when people are cutting their line. And I'm like, sometimes the ice cream places aren't worth it in the summer, at least in my area. And I'm also, near the shore area, so it's like ice cream places are very big around my area. Yeah, ice cream is it's tough in the summer. Put it in. I would say is really just make sure you put it in your hot bag, your insulated bags, and zip it up. And what kills me with ice cream are those customers. And I've had this before, and I did it once when I very first started. I'm like, never again. Like, I don't understand customers who order ice cream from like 9 and 10 miles away. Do you know what kind of ice cream you're going to get from 9 and 10 miles away from your house? Like, I wouldn't want to be delivering ice cream to you because you're going to blame me for your melted ice cream, even though you live 9, 10 miles away. Like, what are your expectations of, of getting that ice cream? Oh, but soda Spark just released Gas Help. That's fantastic. Oh, good. Oh, Kathy made it just in time at the end to say, "Hi, Kathy." iPad is working perfect. Good. I hope you are doing better, Kathy. I don't know whether you heard me say that before, but I hope you are recovering and doing better. But Soda should have his own channel. Oh, thank you, George. I really appreciate Kim. You have great knowledge. Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, Kimberly, you were right. Super nice to restaurant workers. It is the key to a lot of places. A lot of my restaurants know me by name, know me by face. Like, just because hopefully you guys see it in on my videos. And that's genuine. I literally go in and say, "Hi, how are you? Have a good day." Like, just by being nice, like kind. I always say kindness is always free because kindness just goes such a long way and can really help your success. Kimberly, another really good point. Always send your customers a text on your way, etc. Enjoy your day. It really helps the ratings. I don't usually text them on my way. I usually text at drop off, hey, your food is here, enjoy. And I'll say 75% of the time, always get a message back, thank you, smiley face, or something. So to me, I feel like people appreciate it in a business where we have contactless delivery and majority of our customers are leave at door and you don't have that face to face interaction. It kind of gives the humanity back in what we do. Oh, thank you, Thomas. That was really kind of you to say. Kim, one of the YouTubers that don't push herself on people, just as sincere, positive live Tuesdays with this group. Yes, I thank you, Thomas. First of all, I really appreciate it. And I say this every week, and I'll say it again. We have some of the best people here every Tuesday, some of the best drivers that are out there and are so knowledgeable and so fantastic. And I just really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here on Tuesdays because I have so much fun doing this. So McDonald's, that's what he said. McDonald's gave me a strawberry milkshake because someone changed their mind to get a Shamrock Shake instead. Well, that's awesome. Anytime you can get something for free, I feel like it's awesome. And I don't know whether they're going to do this year. I might have to do some research. But last year on St. Patrick's Day, McDonald's gave away free Shamrock Shakes, so a small Shamrock Shake. So I wonder if they're doing that this year. I love Shamrock Shakes. I was actually saying, like, I need to get a Shamrock Shake like this week before it actually goes away. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Thank you for the fist pump. I really appreciate it. Richard, they expect you to have a freezer in your trunk. They probably do. Like, refrigerated trunk service coming your way. Like, I just don't get a lot of people's mindset. Like I guess I just put myself in customer shoes because I am a customer too. At the end of the day, like I still order from DoorDash. Like I would never think logically, at least in my logic, to order ice cream from 10 or 9 miles away. Like I would expect to get soup by the time it gets to my house. Like no matter what craving you're having, like I understand cravings, and when you get a craving, you want to get a craving, you want to get what you want, but there's some reality from living 9, 10 miles away and whether your ice cream is going to get to you in one piece. Yes, DoorDash Red. I did see the DoorDash Dash rewards. I'm not going to go too much into it just because stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's the only thing I'm going to say, but stay tuned. But yes, DoorDash did come out with gas rewards today, so it should be in your email. I also got the alert on my phone as well. So, stay tuned. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Stay tuned. Kathy, thank you, Kim. I hope by now it would be healing, but for some reason it's not. Surgeon. Oh no, Kathy. Surgeon again this week. It's on my last nerve already. Oh, well, prayers to you, Kathy, for a speedy recovery. I hope you get better soon. Just let you know, like you're in my thoughts, and I keep thinking about you because I want you to get better soon. Oh, bye, Steve. Have a good night. That'd be fun. I think we should all meet up for coffee. Well, we can all, even though we're in like completely different areas of the country, it would be actually a lot of fun to, have a coffee hour. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes, Kimberly, this group is the best. Thank you so much. And guys, I'm going to be wrapping up tonight. I just like the time. I'm like, oh my God, I keep rambling on tonight. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for coming. I am back here every Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. So join me next Tuesday. And guys, if you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next live. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.